Welcome everyone to Bonifabcustom. Today we're going to be testing our giant melting furnace for aluminum. Now, as I said before, I built this specifically for some big projects I'm going to be doing, like the double wheel grinder. I need to make sure that the furnace is working or will work for a long period of time, because I'm going to be casting like a whole day with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it up, and this hasn't been started since I built it. I'm going to start it up with metal in it, and I'm going to time how long it takes to melt down or get up to temperature with a full crucible full of some cast parts, some billet parts, basically scrap. I'm going to time how long it takes, and then I'm going to do a bunch of pours over a period of time, and you're going to see just what I'm pouring. Let's get right into it. So it's been running for about 3 hours now. I went through a lot of scrap that I had. I made a bunch of parts, and these are my permanent molds that they're for actually 3 different projects, and I'm just trying to get on top of them. And you can see those are solid parts. Maybe I went through about a couple 100 pounds already of aluminum. I'm just gonna run one more mold of each, or one more pour of each, and then I'm gonna empty the crucible and put it inside those little baking, I don't know what they are. They're kind of like baking sheets or baking molds, and I'm gonna pour out all the rest of it in there. I don't want to leave anything in there, especially when it starts to cool down. Because it could break the crucible, and I don't want that happening. So let's run the last one and start taking out the rest of the, and I'm going to pour the big one first. And luckily I got this giant crucible, this giant ladle. I borrowed it from friends of mine from Alumco. The owners of Alumco lent me this, so that was great. Thank you very much. Now this first mold needs a whole ladle full. As it's shrinking, I'm just adding more to it so it doesn't shrink too much. Whoops, that's good. Second pour. Whoops. Whoops. And that's it. And my third pour. And there we go. Okay. Next, I'm going to start pouring into the little cookie things. And all of those use about a whole ladle also. Okay. There's quite a bit in there. I'm going to have to wait till these cool off. I'm not going to add any more, and I'm just going to keep on filling. So that was a lot of material that I melted up, probably over a couple of 100 pounds of scrap aluminum. I couldn't believe how much went in there. And I just wanted to say thank you to Alumco for letting me borrow that giant ladle. I couldn't do this without that ladle. Now, some of the parts I did were, there is a part there that weighs about 10 pounds of aluminum. This part here is about 5 pounds. So real big pours, and that crucible and the melting furnace worked really awesome. I had it on for about 4 hours straight, and I really just ran out of a bunch of scrap that I had to melt down. Now, from start to a full melting crucible, it took about 30 minutes to heat up. But after that, after I kept on adding material, because I had a bunch of scrap and it melted down, and then I filled it up again. So I filled up the crucible about, I'd say about 5 times after I wasn't able to use the ladle anymore to pull out material. So I had to fill it up again. And once it was warmed up, it didn't take long at all, probably around 5 minutes to melt down that scrap metal into a molten aluminum, which was fantastic. It was actually faster than I can work pouring all those molds. Now, this worked out great, so now I can rely on that melting furnace to do my bigger projects. And next thing is going to be the wheels for my double wheel grinder. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and push that button for notifications for more videos just like this one. Thanks.